The seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. They go play action here on first down. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. First carry for Nick Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give them the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Big conversion. They were backed up deep to start the drive, able to pick up the first.
So the goal is at least a first down here, right? Pick up a first down, give yourself some breathing room, and if you have to punt after that, maybe you've helped with field position and you've helped out your defense.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aiden Hutchinson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back 1 pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll set up a throw. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Starting drive number 2 off on the right foot. Completion for the first down. Drive 1 is that had to be pretty frustrating because they moved the football. They just didn't get any points out.
But warm-up QB, too. Let's bring in the backup. I mean, my goodness, you take them downfield and you don't score points. You know I'm being totally facetious here, right? I'm just kidding. Nice first drive. Rarely do teams score on every single drive in a game, but they like what they did there. They just hope they can pay it off this time with some points.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Watch out now. 50 Fury. Strike. Check strike.
Here's Swift. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Browns drive about to get started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Burrow. Going out wide, finds Chubb. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
That tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Burrow will throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. That's into the hands of Tutu Atwell. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly they're still short for fourth.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. So 20-0 now pending the extra point, and this place is jumping.
Yeah, you can feel it, can't you? You can also see it. You're seeing people in the stands now, excited, happy, high-fiving each other, and expecting this score to continue to mount.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now 21-0. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
All right, ready?
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Here we go. Here we go. 12.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A very solid gain of 27.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
11 coming.
On 2nd and goal, Burrow. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit.
It's not too often that you say, hey, this one's going to be over by halftime. And CD, I know our bosses probably don't want us to say that because they don't want people clicking away. But this one might be over by halftime.
And since you already put your job on the line by actually saying it, I will co-sign and go with you because you're my partner. We don't mean to do it, but this game has been exactly as you've described. I see no hope for them going forward.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got the connection to Cooper.
And he will have a first down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Lions are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. It's zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect him. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football and comes down with the interception.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked up by Martin Emerson.
So first thing crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now Burrow. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action. It's Burrow. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell.
He's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. The Browns drive about to get started.
We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here we go.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I've got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides. But to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11 mighty. 11 MT. 11 MT. Stop.
Now it's Burrow.
Open man is Ewww, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup there, a 22.
A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
They go with Chubb on second down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
3rd and 2, now Burrow. And now here is another interception. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
11, 11.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Browns are able to at least get one score back. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it. On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw here. He's going to take another shot here. He's got it at the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. But today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
A handoff, Swift running to the left. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's right. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Throw left side complete. That's McKenzie. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll run with Swift. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Here we go. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
11 MT, hey.
First down. Here's Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. The Browns drive about to get started.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay.
And now here is another interception. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Lions will take over here just shy of the 30. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. Well, he wasn't really big on that. He was big on go ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
On 2, ready?
The Browns drive about to get started.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Well, partner, I'm going to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you're probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
That run good for 6 yards, but they're still looking up at a 3rd and 15.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Lions are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Browns drive about to get started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And gosh, you look up at the scoreboard, they just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they didn't get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And it's looking all the more likely that a fifth straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On play action, they'll throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. He's airing it out for Williams. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started.
CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. Facing this 4th quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. That one looks like he'll throw here. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back and play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it because
You're not going to